I'm here with my girl
D-Mac,
and we are a pretty dope conversation.
Yes.
So we just gonna, y'all see it? They let her out.
They let me
Let her out.
So let me hop on that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited too. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. So listen, just an update on me. I am COVID free. Isn't that great?
Yes.
I miss the likes of my partner over here and just being able to sit on the same sofa, you know, with her. I'm doing very well. I mean, outside of still not having my taste back at 100% or my sense of smell at 100%. Other than that, I am doing exceptional.
That means you shouldn't have to get in.
Exceptional.
So today is the last Tuesday of the month. So what we do every last Tuesday of the month, we do a review. Of your posts, of your comments, and so have you. So we got a couple of posts we want to touch on.
Go first?
No, you go first.
So this one, let me. I want to go with this one. What were your thoughts about two baby mothers doing a photo shoot together with the kids?
I knew you was gonna pick that. That's why I didn't pick it.
I tried not to pick what you were gonna pick because we don't sit together.
We don't know what each other's gonna pick.
Right, and so I think that to me, I thought that was a good post. Why? Because I have a healthy relationship with my ex-husband's new wife. Right. We have a healthy relationship. Our children have a healthy relationship, and we do things like that. Like we would go out together. We hang out together. Like she'll call me and I'll call her. She hung out with me for my birthday. I hung out with her for her birthday with her friends. We don't have an issue or a problem. We take pictures with our kids. It's no big deal.
Right.
I want to read Joan Trevane. I don't know if I said that right, but her name is Joan, and she stated that inevitably there will be tension between the women, which will trickle down to the kids, and that she said that she's concerned about the example that it will be setting for the kids. I didn't understand that.
I thought I don't. I mean, we can all agree to disagree, but I don't see how. I don't understand that.
Right. So I don't see. Hey, Ellis, it's good to see you in here with us, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. So I wanted to maybe ask you guys and see what you guys say. What do you feel about the example that it's setting, and how maybe some people might agree and some people may disagree, but I don't see how doing something that is healthy sends a wrong impression or sends
not
maybe
toxic or whatever
to a kid. Like I don't see where that would be toxic at, you know, especially if it's healthy and kids, because I think that kids need to see healthiness, right? And it starts with the relationship, and so if they see a healthy relationship, then they'll know how to identify and maybe be able to have healthy relationships themselves. So I don't see where that would be negative.
I think that's a syndrome. Bitter baby mama syndrome.
That's it.
I think it's that, the bitter baby mama syndrome. So it's like, if you're the bitter baby mother, you're gonna have the problem with, you know, taking a picture or just, you know, being cordial friends or what have you. Like, you could be friends with your kid's father, ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, whatever. Y'all share kids, y'all share a baby daddy. So you could be friends with that person. If it's nothing, it's no, like...
Right. And I just think that sometimes, and this is just me, I think women can just be so catty just because they're women. I don't know. I think, I mean, I am not one of those women, right? So I'm not a catty. So, I just feel like sometimes women, they just want to be catty. Like, they just don't want to be nice. So you see the other woman and it's like, here go that bitch right here, here go that. I mean, because I know when I come in, a lot of times you could go into any environment, women will just automatically be like, she thinks she cute, or she's this, she's that, you know, and it's not really the truth. So no, I don't think that is not healthy. I think that is very healthy.
Right.
I think it's very healthy.
It's not teaching kids the wrong thing. It's, you know, it's a friendship. If that's the case, it's a friendship. So it's not like you telling your kid to, hey, go out there and have kids. You and your friend have kids by this guy. No, it's not like that.
And then even if it's not a friendship, I think it's a good
family setting.
Oh, what's the word? I just had it in my head. Let me tell you one thing about the COVID. The COVID gives you like a smoky, your thought process kind of, it goes. You got to talk when you got to talk, and that's it. But I'm just saying, it shows them. It just
so do
shows
Jose Cuervo for me.
And it gives them a good way of communicating and things like that and knowing how to get along and stuff like that. So I don't think it's a problem with it. Right. So what would be your next thing?
My next thing, I think this topic was either today or yesterday. Is it okay for a married man to take his female coworker to lunch once in a while? Or vice versa, you know? Okay. I mean, you know, the picture, somebody commented off the picture also. Right. Like, it's a picture or whatever. Read the post. But a lot of people was like, no. I think that comes with a whole bunch of insecurity. Somebody said only if it's in a group. I'm like, why? Why a group? Things could still happen whether you're in a group or not. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't see an issue with it. Like, so I see a Sheeta Brown right here. She says, hell no. Why hell no though?
Yeah, and please.
Do you have any male friends? Like your coworker becomes your work friends at the end of the day sometimes, you know? Right. So I don't see, like, what's the problem? Right.
So here's the thing, right? I don't necessarily go out after work. I don't know.
But it's for lunch. During, so that means it's your lunch break.
So I mean, but I would go out with Scobie. I don't know if Scobie how Scobie's mate would feel with him going out with me. Like, but I would have no problem saying, hey, I'm going out with Scobie. Like, we're going out to do that.
We're going to have lunch.
Yeah. I don't see where the problem is, but guess what? I'm not them. But I think, I just think that people wouldn't have a problem. If it was me with a guy, it all depends on the type of relationship. Like, listen, we know, and the thing is that a lot of people try to ignore the fact of being able to identify. Okay, what?
She says she's answering my question. Okay, she says a lunch date. Why put the word date on it? Right. You understand? Yeah. It's like, it's not a date. It's out for lunch. Like, what is the problem?
Right. So, Melly Mel, right, as long as your partner knows that you're doing it, it shouldn't be a problem. That's right. Because, see, here's the thing. When you're not telling, then it seems like a secret. It kind of creates this perception that there's something wrong. That's my point. Right. So, that's what I was about to get into. Is like, if you're doing that, it's creating this, negative connotation. It's like putting out there that, why are you not telling? Is it that you can't trust, or do you know that your partner is going to be upset about it? Right. So that's why you're not telling. So you create this thing. Now, if I'm saying like, hey, my homeboy is Shay, right? Just Shay is my homeboy. We cool. We talk, and we could be on the phone chatting. I'm like, oh, Shay said what up, or whatever the case is, and you make them feel comfortable, then they will be comfortable. But if you just and the other thing is that you know the difference whether somebody is cool with you and your friend and whether or not they like you. The problem comes when you ignore that. Because I think that sometimes guys can act like they didn't know she liked them like that. And that's not the truth, right? We know. So certain things you just can't do. Because what I do understand from being a woman and about women, I'm not saying every woman, but women, if you're nice to them, you like them. They just don't, sometimes they just can't understand it. They can't separate it. It's like, hey, Gels, it's like you can't just be being nice because I'm being nice, like you cool, and I like, it's like that. It's the truth. It has to be something. You know what I mean? That's why I'm very, very careful with the conversations and stuff I have, because I can pick up on the energy. And if your energy seems like you like me and I don't like you like that, somewhere
I gotta change.
Right. Yeah. Somewhere along the line I gotta change it, or we have to have some type of conversation where I can make sure that I point out that, that this is this and that is that. Exactly. Sometimes they can't. That's right. They can't. And so you got to be careful how you portray your niceness, because it could be misconstrued. So that's my thought.
So that was that. That's what we had on that. Thank you guys for your feedback.
Right. I don't know if you had this one. So you forgot your purse. Did you have that one?
I don't have that one. Okay. I don't have that
one. So you forgot your purse, and the guy that you go out, what was it? It's like you forgot your purse.
You forgot your purse.
And the guy, you go out with a guy, right?
Yeah, y'all going to eat.
And he eats in front of you without offering you any food. Man, or lady or friend. Like, what would you do? If you went out, you forgot your purse, and you're with a guy, and he doesn't offer to buy you anything or offer you any food. Now, here's my thing. I don't have friends that are stingy. Well, I don't think that I do.
Right.
This is just period, right? So I don't have friends that I hang out with like that. I could go out with my girlfriends, and I don't have to worry about coming out of my pocket for anything.
I need $2.
Right. If I'm hanging out with somebody and I go out with you and that is happening, I mean, it's one thing if I'm not hungry or I say that I'm not hungry and you know, whatever the case is. It's another thing if I'm like, he goes like, you're not getting nothing, and I'm like, oh, I left my wallet, and he just leaves it like that.
Right.
What's happening here? Is it disrespect, or are you just that broke? So why are we even going out together?
Exactly.
Did you ask me to come with you to the store? I don't know what happened, but I don't hang out with people like that. So I probably would have left if it was a date that was just it was over for me. And even my friends treat me better than some guys have treated me in my lifetime. I mean, when I was younger, but a lot of my friends treat me like, I mean, I got some great friends, and they treat me very, very well. So to have that happen, that's tacky.
So, the next one.
He's a total dub. Actually, I would have never stayed. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the picture, again, we don't know what was going on in the picture, but the post was like,
crazy.
Yeah, the post, would you stay, like, what would you do? Like, it's great. I don't know. But you have some guys that are like that, and you have some females that would sit there also.
Right.
Like, it's for whatever reason. Like, I don't understand what that.
That's right.
True. The wheelchair post.
Right. So this wheelchair post, let me say, we've had this conversation before this post ever came. I think we had this conversation, like, probably in the summertime. Like, would you ever date somebody in a wheelchair? I'm like, I can't do it. So I am one who says that they cannot do it. I do not have anything against anybody who's in a wheelchair or disabled or anything like that. But I said that I couldn't do it. But my partner, go ahead.
Wait, before
I'm like, but my partner.
Before we get to your partner, somebody's post. It wasn't the whole post or whatever. I didn't write down who posted, but she did say, "Don't want to start off a relationship being a nurse." That wasn't the post. So basically, just because you meet somebody now at this age, and they've been in their chair, they're established in their chair. I don't know what the right terms is to use, but they're in their chair. They know how to take care of themselves. They live on their own and all of that, right? So they know how to go to the bathroom. They know how to do everything. You just meet them. How are you getting to know them being someone's nurse?
Right.
Like, I think that's a misconception. But like the post said, what it says.
Can I pop in though? I had a friend who he was a paraplegic, so that's two, right? So he had a very successful job. Mm-hmm. He had a better job than all of the guys that were on the corner hustling. He was making more money at work than they were making on the corner. He was always that guy. He got all the girls. Like I didn't really you get your thoughts tell you, question, ask all these particular types of questions like, can he do this? Can he get up? Can he stay up? How's he doing this? Things like that. But he got girls and pretty girls.
Right. So I bumped into before my life transitioned over to who I fully am. Lover of ladies or whatever the case may be, and
LL Cool J.
I met a guy. Went out with the guy, but not really went out. Whatever. I dealt with a guy in a wheelchair. I did. I dealt with a guy in a wheelchair. And I can't say if I was sober,
I don't know.
It would have happened. But I had liquid courage in me that night or whatever. And so anyway, I left with him or whatever the case. I knew him. I knew him for a while, and for a while he's always tried to get with me and stuff like that. So I knew him. We got in his car, because mind you, I didn't have a car at the time, so we got in his car. So went to his crib, and I'm just me all the time. I don't know how to be nobody else. So my thing is, as long as I know you all my life, damn near, you've been in this damn chair. So I get out the car, waiting for him to get out the car. I walk to the building. I'm holding the door. Like, come on. What is taking you so long? I'm not looking. What
position you like?
You stupid. I don't know. I'm like, what's taking you so long? Like, come on, hurry up and get out the car. You've been breaking that wheelchair down, putting it together for whatever. So we go upstairs. Vibe is cool. We chilling, talking, or whatever. I ain't got time. I'm not here for the conversation. Like, let's go. It was, how you try not to look at everything or you just don't want to stare. And I'm not, disclaimer, I'm not making fun of people in wheelchairs. This is my story, my experience, and it's real. So we get into it, and I know he had a daughter at the time. Like his daughter was like 8, 9 years old, but he had been in this chair for 10 plus years. So I'm like, okay, that's why I went too, because I'm like, something gotta work. Baby. Call that nigga Batman. He had a point to prove. He had a point to prove. Yes. She yes, he had a point to prove. He worked. It worked. He worked. Or whatever the case may be. The reason why it didn't like last longer, it was just that one and done, is because he's someone who I shouldn't have been dealing with in the first place or whatever. Too close to home, so to speak, you know.
Mm. Well, that's a wonderful experience. You're in great shape.
So, I don't know, but now, let's flip it. Now, would I deal with a female in a wheelchair? I don't know.
I would. I'm like, not me.
I don't know. And again, it boils down to preference. Yeah. But you know what the crazy part? Dick was like on his knees and something. I don't know how to get right. How you don't feel that.
Next question. Then we go to the next post. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
For the shit.
But let me say this. I didn't put this post out, but that post with the knot, when I tell y'all had me crying, I mean, I was waking up in the middle of the night, busting laughing out of these things with that man with that big old knot on his head. That, y'all were hilarious.
Yeah,
I think that was
that knot was too big.
I cracked up.
It was funny.
Okay, so what does sexy mean to you?
Okay.
I thought that was a good one.
I think I gave the first answer. I forgot what I said.
Right.
I was in a moment.
So he said, I liked his comment. Mm-hmm. He said, it's not her pretty face or her body. It's the way that she moves in life, business, friendships, and family, and how she sees and treats the world. He said that's sexy and attractive and delicious. I like the delicious part.
Delicious.
It was delicious. I think that was delicious. I was like, no, I really did like that. I was like, you know what? Because it was different. That was a good thing because, you know, some people just think sexy is what you look, what you have on,
right.
or
right.
you know what I'm saying?
It's deep
for me, right? I have like this whole big thing. So of course it's like the scent and the swagger for me. So I love like a man who smells good. That it just does something to me.
Yes.
Like you could just walk by and I don't even know you. I'd be like, damn. Like it first.
And you cannot be the most attractive looking person either.
Right.
But if you got something about you, like.
Right.
I guess for women it's sexiness, for men it's swagger. I would say. Right.
And so, but again, I think that's like the icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. So for me, like, especially in this stage, right? I don't make a big thing with people having to be Christians and things like that. You know, I believe in God, but I want a man who believes in God.
Yes.
Right? And when a man he's just doing that, like he just does it on his own. He has his own relationship. He's God-fearing. That to me is like, boom, I'm already paying attention. So now you smell good and you know who God is. You have your own personal relationship.
Your own personal relationship, and you can converse.
That's right. Right. That's right. That's why I'm not asking you to sit here and, you know, be all, you know, churchified, but you know, they say a family that prays together stays together. So if you ain't praying, you know what that means. Right. So listen, I like men who pay attention, right? So a man who pays attention, who's trying to understand and know the person and learn them and just, you know, kind of get to know what he's dealing with so he can know how to, you know, I guess, you know, he have more patience and be better able to kind of identify when things are right, when things are wrong. You know, you guys have that relationship. And I also love a man who knows how to kind of make love to my soul and my spirit and my mental. So I like that, you know, a man who you don't even have to touch me. Like we could be sitting in this room and I'd be like, who is it? Like you just have that energy and we kind of like ready. I like that. I like a man who has confidence.
I have that
who's
a lot.
Smart. Yeah, you have that. You do.
Yeah, I got that energy.
Take me to the king, yes. You know what I mean? I just think it's important. It's more than you just being that cool guy or you having money in your pocket. Now you can't be broke. I'm not even gonna put that out there to you. Not gonna do that. Right, but I'm not saying that you. I would love for you to be the richest man on the earth, but if that's not the greatest thing for me. I like motivated people, driven people. You know, I just like you
have some type of ambition. You know, some purpose.
Right.
You know,
I like that. You working? Oh, a handyman and. You could cook. Listen, you got me all day.
Somebody that's into themselves too. You know, that like to keep their hair, nails, and
that's right. You know, Ellis. You know, we've had conversations. You already know that. So I love that.
Yeah.
Because that's what turned me. You don't even. And let me tell you something. In this season, my sister's not on because I did not see Melissa. But in this season, I am so like I'm letting my bar down a little bit. Because I've had my expectations so high that I think that I kind of miss out on a lot because I'm looking for. And here's the thing: I was saying to somebody the other day, is like we're looking for what visually looks good, and we're not thinking about what spiritually feels good, what mentally feels good, what emotionally feels good. So these guys will look great, and aesthetically they'll have it all, and we'll be all lusting over them, chasing this dude down. He ain't calling you. He ain't checking for you. He's not doing that. He's not even worried about your well-doing, trying to help you do good, do better, nothing. But you got that guy over there who may be like a little chubbier, or he may have something. Because I could be very picky. But I'm growing up.
I went to this post, which is a recent post also. The 5-year bid post.
The 5-year bid.
Yes, men.
Me either, Melly Mel.
Would you do a bid with your woman for 5 years? You know, send her money, visit, letters, be faithful, this and the third. So, this Mike Watts, part of his post says, his love has conditions, but if you're with him, then you already know that. So that means that he is more to his post, but he's not doing none of that. Like, none of that. Right. He ain't doing no bid. You had a fight and he just not doing no bid. Like, so it's not, you got some people that love unconditionally and would do the bid. And when I say do the bid, because 5 years is a long time, I don't think whether it's female or male, they're going to stay celibate. Some people will. They'll stay celibate and stuff like that. But most men, because this was for the men, it's not doing it.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
They're not doing it.
Yeah, they're not. You know what? But here's the thing: men are not doing most of the things that women do. That's the one thing. Let's start there. So the men are not. So once that post went up, I already knew that most of the men were gonna say no, and some women were gonna say no. And another thing that I'm gonna say, listen. I don't know you guys, but I could tell that we got a lot of fabricators out here because I know they say they're not doing it, and trust me, some of these people who say stuff, I'm looking at the post like, you know you lying.
Right.
Like, you know you lying.
Right.
So, but men are not here to do, they're not here to do that. You know what I'm saying? They're just not going to do it. So,
they'll probably hold you down.
Right.
To, hold you down, again, send you money, make sure your books are straight, your commo.
Yeah, that's what, well, even Tokyo, he said the same thing. He was like, listen, I'll make sure you're good and all of that, but that loyalty piece, like not sleeping with somebody.
Again, you could be loyal, but loyalty and faithfulness.
Yeah, right. I ain't waiting, but I'll send you that. Come on, and I believe that you would do that. Listen, that's natural life, Tokyo. I don't think that's any different than your regular day-to-day behavior. You know what I mean? So we would know that already. That's just what I think. I know when I was younger, I tried to, be there for somebody who did like a year or something like that, or 2 years. Then you went and got locked up again, and that was it. That was enough for me. I had that one experience, and that's it. I don't give people like 2 times to do stuff to me bad. So, but when he said my love has conditions, I'm trying to figure out, did he mean conditions or did he mean that he has deal breakers? Because everybody should have a deal breaker. There should be some things that are like deal breakers, and conditions, deal breaker can kind of
I'll
be
try
two
to find a
different
post.
My kid's father held me down, but he didn't stay down, and I didn't expect him to. Understand?
Right, and what's understood don't necessarily have to be said too, because you can only do your time. Can't nobody do your time for you. You can only do your time. So again, like the 2 days that matter is the day that you go in and the day that you come out. Anything in between, that's on you.
Right. But
when you come out, now that's on us. And if us ain't there, then thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he held you down. Thank you.
You gotta understand that.
Right.
You definitely gotta understand that.
Right.
Definitely gotta understand it. You looking for his post?
I'm looking. Yeah, go ahead. You can move on.
All right. So flirting is cheating. This is a post. Flirting is cheating.
Found it just that
okay,
fast. So just to double back on Mike Watt's post, he said the real question here is your love conditional or unconditional? Depending on what she is in jail for will determine if I'm a ride or die. Being a bitch ass in a parking lot for messing with me up. I guess that's what he meant. Messing with the kids, selling drugs, all that dumb shit. So I guess that's, not.
I guess, okay, yeah. Well, whatever you get locked up for.
Right, it depends. He says, and it'll be a long 5 years. So meaning, if you do any of the above, it'll be a long 5 years. And that's when he goes in to say, my love has conditions. But if you with me, you know this already.
All right, well, that's fair. Listen, whatever.
So we're going to move on to the next one.
Flirting is cheating because it's breaking a boundary in a committed relationship. In committed relationships, we agree to give certain parts of ourselves to our partner. When we're flirting, we're giving sexual interest and attention that only our partner should get. We're giving it to somebody else. True or false?
False. I think it's false. Flirting is not cheating. Depends on how far you go and what boundaries you do cross. Being in a committed relationship doesn't mean that you said all of that stuff. Like, first of all, people get into committed relationships off of default. Number one, we just together. We ain't do the, will you be my boyfriend, girlfriend, yes, no, or maybe. Ain't nobody doing that.
Right.
Half of the time, people fall into relationships and never talk about how it's going to go. Right. So,
and I say that all the time. Like, if a guy comes to your house, this is with a lot of women. A guy comes to your house and he left a couple of things, he live with you. You know what I mean? If he like you, you my man.
He spent the night 3 times. Why you ain't coming home?
We don't have those conversations. Definitely don't have those conversations. Said is like anything that you have to hide from your mate is cheating. I agree with that. If you doing something that you're not gonna do when your mate is around, to me that I don't want to say that it's cheating. Okay, let's just say that it could be.
You just know that it's not something that you should
wrong.
be doing.
Yeah, it's wrong. You know? So I don't want to call it cheating, but it could lead to things. I think
that's what she said.
No, that's what I'm saying. Okay. No, she said that anything that you have to hide from your mate. Okay. So I agree with that. Like if you have to hide, if you're doing stuff that you would not normally do if they were around, or when they're around, that behavior changes, and you feel like you can't do that, then that's a problem for me.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that in my relationship. Yeah. Like we both crazy and stuff like that. So
yeah, they crazy.
Yeah, we both like crazy. It's not no form of disrespect or anything like that. So she may flirt with somebody for me.
Mm-hmm. Like, so I think it depends on you can smile like little light stuff. It's light. Because sometimes people say that I'm flirting because I'm nice, right? I'm I'm nice, I'm very encouraging, so I will sit there and I'll be talking and I'll make you feel like you could jump off this roof right now and fly. That's just one of my gifts, right? But I was talking to somebody the other day, I want to say it probably was Melly Mel, we were having a conversation, and I was saying that, we know what we're doing. Mm-hmm. I know when I'm flirting or when I'm doing. I know when I'm using my.
And you know when you're crossing the line.
Right. You listen because, like for me, I feel like you know what your what your power is. You know what your gift of influence is, and you know when people feed into that and they like that, and you keep playing on that thing and you luring them in. We know exactly what we're doing. That's just how I feel. Right. That's how I feel. So I feel like I know when it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, right? There's levels to it.
And then you can tell when somebody is full. Because I've seen girls come around and they be around guys and they be like they just can't even.
And he can walk past and be like, how you doing?
Exactly, like what up? And go kiss somebody else and they be like, I just love him. Oh my God. You be like, so trust me, you know exactly what when he talked to me, he talked so nice. I love the way he talked to me. He be looking sexy. You know how they talk, like stupid shit. I'm like, you know what? You really, for real?
All
it's crazy.
That.
Here's what I say. Like, you have to know your partner.
Right.
Just like you. Like, I know her partner, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm anywhere and her partner is acting the way that I know that she acts when she's with her, I have no problem with that because that's just how she is. You know what I mean? There's nothing that she would do that she does differently. So whether she's with you or she's with us or she's with anybody else,
it's
the same behavior. And I always say that to people. Like you have to understand the person that you're with.
Right.
Understand, watch them, know their character, know everything, so you would know
and
whether or not that's.
And it's crazy because a lot of people can't. Not necessarily like flirting or whatever the case may be, but a lot of people can't even be them true selves because when they met or got with their partner, they weren't.
That's right.
You know. That's
good. That's
they
not
weren't. They were like, I don't know, pretending like you know they. And
then the real comes out.
Yeah, and then the real comes out, and or the real never comes out, or the real can only come out when you're not with your partner. So I don't know. You got to be yourself. Be yourself. Bottom line point.
So like I tell people all the time, I am who I am. I am the same way all of the time. You and if you see my behavior different, I was just having this conversation again. Mm-hmm. If you see my behavior different, then I am the same way. My behaviors or my responses when I'm dealing with situations are usually the same way. Mm-hmm. People know that. Listen, I might just get at you verbally. I might do that. But for the most part, I am the same way with everybody. I don't have that change of behavior or moody behavior, so I have that same way.
Right.
So if you like what you see or what you're dealing with, you're just gonna like me because I'm not gonna change. Mm-hmm. I don't have that, so I'm not here to be fake and phony. I can only be who I am.
Some people really, really just show their representatives before they show themselves.
Right.
You know?
And I'm not with that. I mean, I'll probably show you a better version of who I already.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself. So when you do that flirting, if you met somebody and you got into this new relationship or whatever the case may be, it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Like, I am who I am now that I was 10 years ago.
That's right.
Like, and so is she. Like, she's been crazy ever since.
But you love her because it's so real. It's so real. She's like that with her family. She's like, so there's no difference. If you see her not acting like that, then you could say, that's when you say, what's wrong? What happened?
Right.
Her doing that, dancing with somebody or doing whatever, that's just her behavior.
Don't let us go to a party. I remember we was here one time at a backyard party or whatever the case may be. So I'm dancing, I'm getting it. I'm like,
cause she be dancing.
I'm moving all of it. And somebody went to go get her like, oh, Shay back there dancing. Okay.
What
that's what Shay do. Yeah, that's what Shay do.
I'm just working it up for later.
That's it.
Now me, on the other hand, if I come out and see my person grinding and whining, it's some issues in the camp.
Why?
Listen, you know my behavior when you met me. So when you see me, you know that's my energy. Like, I'll give you that look like, yo, what's up? So that's what we doing. Like, you could do a little 1-2 or something like that, but you ain't grinding and whining.
So I be wrong.
No, you're totally fine. Listen, you're totally fine. I love it, right? I love it, but it's certain things because I know for me, I don't want to see nobody whining. I just don't want to. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to let nobody whine and grind on me. So my thing, I tell people, what's good for the goose is good for the goose. If you see me, I'm always going to be the same way. I would never, that's just not my energy. I'm not really the dancer. I used to do that when I was younger, but right now, I'm just the one who stands around laughing at everybody and hyping everybody up. You know me, like a dumb
Me, I'm getting in there. I see somebody doing too much and they dancing by themselves too long. I'm like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
They and guy or girl, so it doesn't matter. I'll dance with whoever.
But not me. And I'll be right there like, yes!
But again, dancing sometimes can be a form of flirting too.
Come on, I know that.
Dancing can be a certain type of, flirting or whatever. But if somebody is if I feel like they too much into it, I'm playing.
And this is the thing. You playing, but next thing you know, they be like, oh, I like her. When we was over there, I like Shay.
Then I would back up.
Now I gotta be like, you can't like her. You cannot like her. Because it's issues. You can't do that.
You can't like her.
You can't like her.
Exactly.
Don't like her.
Don't like me. That was funny. Oh, time is flying,
Time
guys.
is flying. So look at this one. Is it all right for a married man to co-sign for an apartment for his baby mother?
That was a good one.
Right? Majority of people said no.
No. And it's crazy.
I think it depends on the situation.
Right.
And I think it depends on. I mean, you can't be that hood rat baby mother who's just just calling because you just want this to happen or you just want that to happen.
Right.
If it's a healthy relationship, there are situations because I work hard every day. I keep my life, everything is, for me, I think is up to par, right? But if there was a situation where I didn't have anywhere to go, say I fell into hard times, which happens to people all of the time, and I had nobody to help me out, and my own kid's father wouldn't help me, now I would never ask him. Just know that. But I would have to know that if my mate came to me and said, listen, just say Shay is his baby's mother, and she's losing her apartment, and I need to do something. My kids are there, or whatever the case is, and I need to help her. I'm down for it. Like, go ahead. You ain't saying she giving the money. If you need to co-sign, let's go. Now, that's because you have your children. Now, if you just single out here and you just doing that, now maybe not. We won't do that. But if there are kids involved, there's situations that things happen. I don't have a problem with it.
And so many people was like, no. Did y'all read the post? Like, are y'all thinking about the kids? And it doesn't really, sometimes it does matter depending on how responsible the baby mother or, the baby mother is. Like, that plays a big part.
Right.
Because I need you to be responsible so you can, make sure my name is on that, you know? So I don't want to have to fall totally, responsible for that. But you have kids, you have to think about your kids too. So helping their mother is helping them at the end of the day.
But let me tell you something, because I've had people.
Some people ain't taking, and you say you got 3-4 kids, and you in a 2-bedroom with your new situation. You not taking all them kids in there. A lot of people is not doing that.
First of all, and the thing that's so funny, right, is that people will say no, hell no. But the thing that makes it funny to me is, like, a lot of guys wouldn't even take the kids and say, okay, you go do something. Let me take the kids. They won't even do that.
They're not going to do that.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, what would you actually do? I don't understand. And I'm big on credit, so I'm not going to even sit here and lie. I'm not going to just jump out the window and put my name on anything. I'm just not going to do that. So I agree with you. Have to be responsible.
Right.
Let's go to this part with guys not wanting to do what?
Go ahead. Keep going.
I watch women, right? Thank God my kids are grown. Thank you, Lord Jesus. But I watch women, and it's a lot of girls. I say, just say, for example, I say, hey, let's go away for this weekend. I ain't got nobody to watch the kids. Where they father at? Well, I got to ask him. Did he ask you to watch him? I never believed in why I got to ask you to watch your kids. Those your kids.
Because a lot of guys, I'm not even going to say now, a lot of guys feel like, especially if they out the home, they feel like they're babysitting.
Exactly. You're not babysitting.
I'm not babysitting.
Exactly. Right.
So you're not babysitting either.
Right.
You know
so I'm telling you, I've had friends, guy friends that will go hard as heck. Right? Hard heck. Talking about getting up 2 jobs to make sure I was good. These are not my kids, my kids' fathers. But if I'm connected to them, and I have children, they would do whatever they had to do to make sure I was okay. And that's the kind of man I need around me. Like, I don't know. So if you, of course, unfortunately, a lot of times we can't pick our baby fathers because we jump into relationships and situations.
We did pick our baby fathers.
Right. But what I'm saying is that you know how sometimes, like you said, you end up with somebody, but you never had that discussion or that conversation about relationship, and you end up having families, moving on, married, living together, and all this stuff, and then later on decide, that's not even what I want, because that actually happens. But I think that today, like now being grown, because if it's me and I'm with a guy and he needs help with his kids, and I'm not saying that you got some bum behind baby mother who not doing nothing, and you a raggedy behind dude who's not taking care. But if we together, your kids are my kids. I'm down for them. I want to make sure everything is okay. Like we're not doing that. Like and I feel like women, we do
and
that.
Then
but
when you with somebody, you gotta push them to be a better person, better parent, better whatever the case may be. Because how could you really, really be with somebody who doesn't do anything?
Right. I can't do that. I could not. If I see you not taking care of yours, I'm like that's weird.
Crazy. That's like dealing with somebody who curses out their mother.
I would be looking at you like, are you okay?
That's
not gonna work. And I'm very I pay attention a lot, so I watch people's behaviors, how you are with your friends, how you are with your family, how you are with your friends, how you are with your kids. I watch how you speak, your mannerisms, your movements. Even if you bring me in your circle, I've been around them my whole life, but sometimes I'm around people that I'm not normally around, and then you'll see me kind of I want to just watch. I like to watch how people are. We try to pay attention to how people's move, because you need to know who the people are that you surround yourself with. When we're in relationships, we're not doing that.
That's true.
We don't give ourselves enough time to kind of get to know the person and see, and give them time for that real person to come out. True. You know what I mean? Because he's coming. Trust and believe that he's coming.
It's not. I'm not gonna say it's always the representative, but 95% of the time it's the representative.
100%. 100%. Listen, be real. Listen, if you're going to be a raggedy dude, just be raggedy from the gate so I can see if I want to deal with your raggedy A.
Right. Be who you are. Because
100%.
Again, that gives somebody the choice. The choice to whether they want to deal with
Don't just
issue.
Put me in it. Right.
Be who you are. A lot of people said no to this. This post was, if your man had a female friend, and this is when, even though it says if your man, this is vice versa, ladies and gents. If your mate had a friend that he or she had sex with, and they're still friends, would you be okay with that? Everybody has a past. Why do you care if the relationship is not threatening to you?
I'm waiting because y'all. I'm waiting for somebody to
so
start
many was
posting
like,
up.
No.
I'm waiting for them to come up right now, like now.
So if your mate was friends with somebody who they once had sex with, would you be okay with that? Now, we didn't say they once was in a relationship with. We said they once had sex with.
Look, I was waiting for it.
No. Why?
I was waiting.
Everybody has a past.
I was waiting.
And it could have meant nothing. Like, people, I don't know. It's just
people see, for me, I'm friends with let's not
I'm friends with almost everybody I've dealt with.
That's what I was about to say.
Almost everybody.
I don't want to call it
with.
friends, but I'm still. I can communicate with people.
Exactly.
I don't have bad relationships.
Like what?
That doesn't bother
and
me.
It doesn't
sex
mean
or relationship.
anything.
Does it matter, Bennett? Does it matter?
It's the post says sex, so it doesn't mean anything though.
Right.
Like for me, to be friends or
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with it, but if you like a little dry sex and you got a little attitude because she giving it up filthy, then you should feel away. Because some people, I'm just saying, you got some people that they probably know that girl, they've been hearing that girl giving it up like that. So now you mad that your man cool with her because he was giving it up to her too, and you all dry. That I can see you being mad. Step your game up, and you don't got to worry about that. That's all I'm saying. Like, what you mad for? I don't have a problem with it.
Exactly,
Leandro.
He says, yes, that's the case. Some people wouldn't have friends. Like, he's secure with who he is.
That's right.
And it's the truth. Like, all right. Y'all probably did something. It probably wasn't. It's over with. You're just friends now. People can be just friends. Just as like having friends of the opposite sex.
Right.
Like, or if you're gay or same sex, whatever, lesbian, whatever. Cause I don't be knowing. Like, it's gay for males and lesbian for females. Like,
well, let's ask a gay person. Hello. Asking us.
I'm just saying. Like.
Hold on. Bennett says sex is sex, but if a relationship, there can still be feelings. Okay.
But it's still, if it's an ex, it doesn't matter. Like, it's over for a reason, and everybody has a past. Mm-hmm. Why are you holding a cross to somebody who has a past? Is what it is.
Because sometimes you could just be cool.
I don't know. You could just be cool. That's
I don't know. But listen, maybe if I was one of y'all friends and I slept with your man before that. I was one of y'all men's friend. You should not probably want us to be friends.
And let me tell you something. Every time you sleep with somebody doesn't mean you sleeping with them the same way you sleeping with the person that
you can sure not.
It doesn't mean
you
that.
Can sure not. You can sure not. Because here's the thing, people
get
bring
different
out
versions,
and people bring out differences in people. You know what I mean? So you could have sex, you could F-U-C-K, I don't like to say that, you can make love. It could be so many different variables, but anyway, but I feel like it's different things and it's different connections with different people, and some people it could not really even be that deep.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That serious.
But again, people, when you sleep with somebody, they feel like you letting this person enter into you and you have this
soul connection.
Really not.
out of here. Y'all don't even really. It's really not. Don't even really know.
Some people really don't. I was about to say. I was just about to say that. Some people have never even connected in their souls ever. They swear this was the best thing, but they're talking about the act and the action, but they've never really had that mental, emotional stimulation. You know what I mean? Which changes the whole game. It changes the whole game.
I think people are so close-minded to so many things and so insecure. Like, for you to be so defensive and like, no, it's like that's an insecurity of your own. Like, it's, I don't know.
Right, it's true. So my friend Just, he calls it a splat. That's because Just is not in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, Just, you can't be calling her a splack anymore. A splack is a jump off to him. Like, it's a jump off. So, whatever. But, I think that, sometimes I tell people, sometimes you could be so deep that you dig a ditch that you cannot get out of. Right. Sometimes you can't be so deep. Especially when you don't even know how to handle yourself or manage yourself when you're in there. You know what I mean? Because some people want to be so deep and they don't even really understand the concept of deepness. They don't understand that, right? So you can't try something or you can't, portray something that you can't live by. You get what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes we just go too far. Like, listen, I'm a Christian, right? There's a lot of things that I know for sure biblically are not right. But I also know that we were born into sin. And we living in a world of sin. We're going to die. And this is just what it's going to be. It doesn't excuse the fact that they are sins, but we're going to be fighting this battle and having this thorn in our sides forever. You get what I'm saying? But I just feel like a lot of people try to be so deep, and they're not even Christian. They probably never even had a soul tie or a healthy relationship for that matter. Right. Healthy relationships to most people are, this guy comes home, he got a job, he helping me take care of the kids. Right. He's a good man. That's it.
Y'all don't argue.
Nothing else besides that.
Y'all don't argue, but y'all don't talk neither.
Right, that's it. He don't even love you. He playing the game all damn day. In there with a video game, got the next PS5 or whatever the case is. And that's your man though. He's your boo. If you pick up a video game, I'm leaving. Unless you're playing with the kids. Now my kid's grown, so let me tell you about that. I got grown kids, so they shouldn't even be playing. Besides my kid in college, But I think there's just some people that just go too far, and you missing out on so much by going so far, and you don't even understand where you want to go. You got a map to nowhere. And here's the thing, we gotta be careful what we portray or what kind of energy we put out there. Right. Because when you put that out there, that's what comes back to you. Right. I tell people all of the time that the universe will grab negative before it grabs positive.
They'll take a hold of it.
I'm telling you right now. So you'll be fighting. So I tell people this, right? I say to people, I'm like the Statue of Liberty. When I come through, I'm just that girl. I don't care if I'm not. You're not gonna tell me that I'm not. Like I put myself in this place of like greatness. I would never say, okay, well I'm toxic, I'm this. When we grow up, we get a certain age, we're responsible for
what we do and how we think.
Yeah, right.
We have to let go of these learned behaviors.
Right. And even if we didn't get it instilled in us, to me, I feel like at a certain point you have to take responsibility for yourself and your own actions.
That's true.
And you're responsible for that. So it's not like that's just how I am. Because just because we are away doesn't make it right.
Just because you are away don't mean you have to stay away.
Right. And it's okay. Listen, it's not. Listen, because I am away myself. But I'm cognizant of things that need to change. I'm aware that I don't have it all, and my way is not always right. And sometimes it takes you just having a conversation like this, or maybe being in a situation where somebody can help pull out greater in you. And so I think you just got to be open to it. Right. Definitely got to be open to it. That's it. I'm going to be in a relationship.
Okay. You got to put it out there.
When the last time you saw me in a relationship, though? Like 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
I gotta get in a relationship.
10 years ago.
One time before I died.
10 years ago.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make up for all the lost time.
I mean, more power to you. I wish you nothing but love and prosperity.
The single life has been very good for a lot of people. I learned a lot in this single on this single journey. I learned a lot about myself, and that's what's important. And let's do like a send off. This will be our last thing. Your words of wisdom. So I learned a lot, in my journey of being single, right? Things that can better myself. But I also learned that sometimes you can set the bar so high that not even you can reach it. Right? And so I think that we just have to be careful and we have to be realistic with our life and our choices. And I think that, if we do that, we'll all be great and we'll be better.
My sense of will be learn when to let go.
That's good.
Whether whatever it
good
may
or
be.
bad.
Yeah, whatever situationship, friendship, whatever. Learn to when to let go. Whether like your friends who you. My mother always told me, Shania. Yeah, that's my name. Not gonna say it again. You always more than a friend to people than they are to you.
I heard that too.
And it's like, and she hated that about me. And it's crazy because me and Keisha was speaking about that earlier, whatever. Being more to people than they are to you. Just learn when to let go. That's my sense. And don't be good, be great.
That's
always.
She always says that.
Always. Don't be good, be great.
She always says that. But it was good to be with you guys. I feel like we haven't been with you guys in a long time. I just want you guys to know we're going to start doing product reviews.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to start doing a lot of other things and try to have a lot of people come in, pop in, and do things like that to try to make this a little bit better. We're glad that at least the 30 of you stood the test of time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, we thank you for just joining in. And this
feel
review
better.
was by far, I think, the best review that
you think so?
I think this was the best review. Don't forget to follow, share, subscribe, hit the like button, do all of that stuff that them YouTube influencers say.
Yeah. Because we need you guys. We're not gonna be able to do this without you.
We got some stuff.
Right.
We always say that we got some stuff, and we really, really do. I'm gonna put it out there because speaking it into existence is gonna make it happen. I have this short film that I have written, part 1 of it. I'm on part 2, and it's going to be out on YouTube sooner than later. So yes, Rosa said they are done.
That's
so
right.
Look out for that. Look out. Asia, it's cool. Maybe next time, Asia.
So we have sweatshirts for $30 and we have the hoodies for $40.
Right.
So that's what we're doing right now.
And once the weather
But we need you guys taking
t-shirts.
pictures and putting them up. We need you guys' help. Support is always good. It's necessary. But through social media, it's all about video. It's all about posting. And it's all about liking, sharing, and all of that.
And the hashtag. So hashtag Aprettydopeconversation. When you remember to hashtag APDC. Start hashtagging that, and that's what it is. Yes. So, guys, until next time, Tuesdays is a new Friday, and we're out. Hey, y'all.
Hey.